Hey, Dan here from Intely. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what an API is, what an SDK is, and what the differences are, when they should be used, what benefits they have. So to get started, let's dive right into an API. What's an API? So an API is an application programming interface, which is a basic communication protocol that enables software to communicate and share data between applications or within a single piece of software, such as different microservices that are loosely coupled together and access each other via APIs. When you hear the term API today, most of the time it's referring to a web-based API, which is a client device accessing a web server over HTTP or securely HTTPS. So a couple common standards: simple object access protocol, otherwise known as SOAP, and representational state transfer. The majority of APIs today use RESTful API services. So APIs are used for accessing programming languages, libraries, operating systems, hardware, and much more outside of the web-based APIs that we commonly refer to today. But the API and the buzzword API that you're hearing frequently in today's world is commonly referring to web-based APIs. So like I previously mentioned, APIs can be used by different software applications or within the same software application with different microservices that call each other and communicate via APIs on an as-needed basis. Some of the formalities around APIs. So APIs have specifications that provide the documentation on how to implement the endpoints and resources, and provide guidance to a developer on how to call or request those APIs or endpoints. So what are APIs good for? APIs are good for enhancing an application or serving data for a specific flow. Some quick examples of an API today are HL7 Fire APIs. So these are APIs, application programming interfaces, that provide the specification to retrieve and send healthcare data between different software applications and different healthcare organizations or businesses that need access to healthcare data. Another common API today is the Facebook API. I'm sure everybody is aware that their data from Facebook gets shared everywhere, and that is through the Facebook API. So that is, that provides specification on how to access the data that Facebook has. So flipping over, let's get into the SDK. So what's an SDK? An SDK is a software development kit. It's an installable package of tools used for software development that's specific to programming framework and language and operating system. So this kit provides everything that's needed to build applications or build specific components of applications, or embed functions and functionality that other people have built into an application or software that you're building. So SDKs commonly include APIs, but they also include everything from code libraries to functions to code samples and documents and documentation. And sometimes they even include compilers, debuggers, runtime environments. SDKs vary widely in scope. So some of them are free, some of them are proprietary. So you can install JavaScript SDK to use in AWS, but there are also companies and services that provide an SDK that are proprietary and can be used for a fee, either upfront or on a usage basis. So SDKs are installed directly into a development environment using simple commands. So npm node package manager, or the pip install command on Python. So SDKs vary a little bit from APIs. SDKs are very good for building apps and implementing components and pre-built components for an application. So APIs, just to summarize, APIs are good for facilitating and serving an application with data, and through communication with another application or software or server. And SDKs really provide the framework and the building blocks to bring previously pre-built functions, components into an application you're building. So some examples of an SDK would be the Android or iOS SDK, very commonly used, and it provides the tools and samples, and code to develop mobile applications that you would use on your iPhone or Android phone. Another common one, which would be a proprietary API, would be the Twilio SDK, and this is basically brings the microservice for voice, SMS, chat, and many more communication methods into your application, and provides the components where you can just install that. That way you do not have to go build and code and program all of these services to facilitate communication through voice and SMS and chat. I hope that this provides a little bit of context and clarity on what an API, an application programming interface, is versus what an SDK, a solution developer kit, is. As always, you can contact me if you have any questions. Thanks for joining today.